What is up, YouTube Kingdom? I am BC Keen and welcome back to my playthrough of Phoenix Wright Aceattorney. So we are about to enter the second trial for this episode, I believe. So here we go. So we are still on Turnabout Goodbyes, the great boat case. Okay, so I think we're supposed to go see Gumshoe now, right? Alright, here we go. Because we saw the boatman finally, who I think might have done this crime. I'm not sure, but we'll see. Hey, pal, long time no see. You don't look so happy. What's wrong this time? Actually, we wanted to ask you something. Yeah? Okay, the boat caretaker. You know the boat rental shop down at Gourd Lake? Oh, yeah. The old man who runs it is appearing as a witness in court tomorrow, right? Huh? How'd you... that was supposed to be top secret. Do you know who that old man is, detective? Actually, I don't. He's a bit of an odd bird. I haven't been able to get a straight answer out of him. I decided first that he wasn't persuasive enough to stand and testify as a witness. That's why we called Miss Lotta Hart yesterday. As for who he is, we have absolutely no idea. Sounds suspicious. Alright, the DL6 incident. Gumshoe, please help us. Huh? We need to know about the DL6 incident. That was when Edgeworth's father died. I can't help but think that it has something to do with this current case. Does it though? His dad didn't do the murder, did he? Is he still alive? To tell the truth, I don't know much about DL6 either. Mr. Edgeworth forbade us from reading the file. So I'm afraid I can't show them to you either, pal. What? However, if you can convince me somehow that the DL6 incident is related to this case, well, I guess I'd consider opening the file up. Okay. Do you have any evidence? Let's see. I don't think Polly's gonna be of use here. Maybe? What's that? A parrot? The old man at the boat rental, or oh my god, I can't talk today. The old man at the boat rental shop's parrot. The parrot knew about that incident. That incident? DL6. Well, what? Polly, have you forgotten something? Don't forget DL6, squawk. Huh? I love doing these voices when I can. I'm pretty sure that old man must have taught her that word. Yeah, but how would that old man know about the DL6 incident? Wait, what if that old man was connected to DL6? He didn't kill Edgeworth's dad, did he? I don't think he did. You think he might be? I get ya. Sounds like you need information on the DL6 incident. Through here is the station's records room. I'll give you special permission to go in and find what you need. Alright, way to go, Detective Gumshoe. Okay, Nick, to the records room. I guess it's time we faced Edgeworth's past. Okay. I guess records room. Here we go. Ooh, top secret. Also, I should mention real quick, two quick things. I'm not live right now because nobody came through yet again. Also, I am using ChatGPT for these testimonies now because, I had a walkthrough up, but I don't want to have it, like, give me the answer. I kind of want to look for it on my own still. So, what it's doing is it's going to give me hints as far as, like, what to look for during these testimonies. So, hopefully that'll help me, you know, not just be given the answer. So, we'll see how that works. Wow. It's amazing. Lee Dusty. Like, I'm not going to go any further than that. 10 years of files and 10 years of dust, I guess. Let's find that DL6 stuff quick. 15 years ago, both me and Edgeworth were 9 years old. We were almost through with 4th grade when he suddenly transferred. Because of DL6? Nick, I found out where the file is. Oh, thanks. So let me know what you want to know about DL6 incident. I'll go get the right file. Alright, the case summary. Well, first I have to get a handle on the main facts, like a summary. Right. Summary. Found it. Here you go. December 28th, 2001. Exactly 15 years ago from the day after tomorrow. So in 2 days, the case is closed. The incident took place in the elevator of the district courthouse. Wow, that's very public. Is this the same district courthouse where we're holding the trial now? Maybe his ghost is there. He can help us. Kind of like Mia. Looks like it. There was a large earthquake at 2:00 p.m. on that day. Part of the court building collapsed and all of the lights went out. Oh, really? Okay. Wow, that was some earthquake. At the time, 3 people were trapped in the elevator. It took 5 hours for them to be rescued. 5 hours? So that's Edgeworth, his dad, and then some other guy. That would be scary like that in the dark. Then he got murdered. There was a lack of oxygen in the elevator, and the survivors were unconscious. The survivors? One of the 3 in the elevator had been shot in the heart. That was Mr. Edgeworth's father, wasn't it? He said that his father was shot before his very eyes. So Miles Edgeworth was one of the other passengers in that elevator. Who was the other guy, though? There was 3 people. Who's the... Maybe that was the boat guy when he was younger. Maybe. Do you have data on the victim, Edgeworth's father? Yeah, hold on. Victim. Here, found it. Gregory Edgeworth, 35, defense attorney. If he were still alive, he'd be 50. He had lost that day's case in court and got in the elevator with his son, Miles. Miles? Miles Edgeworth, of course. So he was in the elevator with his father. But who was the other guy, though? I'm curious. And look, there's a bullet hole on the elevator door. So it was probably like, was it from the outside, maybe? I don't know. From the angle of the bullet and other evidence, it could not have been a suicide. The murder weapon, a pistol, was found in the elevator. The pistol had been fired 2 times. Where have I heard that before? Huh, it sounds like this current case. What's going on here? Maybe they are connected then. Wasn't the gun fired 2 times in this case? To kill whoever fell out of the boat? Ooh, it's all connecting. Got any data on the suspect in there? That would be the guy that my mom got arrested. Hold on, this is it. The man arrested as a suspect in DL6 was Yanni Yogi? He was a clerk in the court, apparently. Oh, was it that guy? He must have been the 3rd person in the elevator. Well, then he had to have done it. But he was found innocent, thanks to his defense lawyer, Robert Hammond, who died. Hammond, the victim in our case. Right. Suspect Mr. Yogi was oxygen deprived, so that he had brain damage. He lost all memory of being in the elevator. That kinda sounds like the boat dude, who's a little bit crazy now. I think he did it. After he was declared innocent, he disappeared. Where could Yogi have gone to, I wonder? Maybe closer than we think. I guess I know generally what happened in DL6 now. I still don't know what sort of impact the whole thing had on Edgeworth. Nick, are we going to take the whole file? There's too much. We'll never get it out. You're right. How about we just take what we think we'll need? Okay, DL6 case. Nice. Yeah, it's all connecting now, isn't it? Because if he has brain damage and the boat guy is a bit of a loon, I'm really thinking he did it. Right. That's probably all we'll be able to find here. Now that's left is the trial tomorrow. Wonder how Dad would do testifying in court. Alright, here we go. So again, I have ChatGPT giving me like hints as far as like what to look for during each testimony, but not like what the answer is, which is good. So hopefully this will help me. Alright, here we go. Time for the trial. December 27th, 10 o'clock a.m. District Court, courtroom number 3. Alright, here we go again with that creepy looking guy. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. Defense is ready. Oh, there's Karma. Very well, apparently the prosecution is also ready. Who is the judge here anyway? Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Very well, no opening statements, so... Not so fast, Judge. I was taking a meaningful pause before speaking. Right, of course. A prediction. Today's trial will end 3 minutes from now. Okay, putting the timer on my phone. No, I'm not gonna do that. If it does, that's crazy. Order, order. Mr. Von Karma, what is the meaning of your statement just now? 5, must you question everything? It'll be over in 3 minutes. We have no time to waste. I'll call my witness now. Right. I call my witness, my decisive witness to the stand. It's a mysterious boat shop owner, sorry. Oh, it's him. Witness, state your profession. And proprietor of the restaurant The Wet Noodle at Gourd Lake. And I also rent boats. The night of the incident, you were in the boat rental shop, correct? Yep, I was. Please testify. Wait a second. We still haven't heard who this old guy is. Raise an objection? Objection! Wait a minute. The witness hasn't stated his name yet. Oh, right, we don't know his name yet. Because I did not ask him, Mr. Wright. Bah. I predicted this trial would end in 3 minutes. I love that animation still. Stop asking trivial questions and cooperate. Yeah, right. Witness will state his name. Well, I'm not really sure, Up. What do you mean? My memory, Your Honor? Witness does not remember anything beyond the last several years. Ergo, he cannot recall his own name. He can't recall, you say? Yes, but the incident in question took place 3 days ago. He can testify. Very well. Let's hear this testimony then, shall we? Witness? If he says Yami Yogi, or whatever that other dude's name was. It was the night of the 24th, just after midnight, Up? I was in the restaurant, where I rent boats as usual. Then I heard a bang, Up? When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake. Then I heard another bang. Just about then the boat comes back to shore and a man walks by my window. Okay. Very well. Cross-examination. Or not. There is nothing to question in my witness's testimony. Ergo, no need for cross-examination. Besides, there's only 10 seconds left before our 3 minutes are up. Judge, your verdict now. Yes. Mr. Wright? Cross-examine, hello? You're the boss here. What are you saying? Of course I'll cross-examine the witness. Very well, you may begin. Excuse me, Mr. Von Karma? 3 minutes just passed. I see. Well then, let's just take our time. You may cross-examine the witness. Yeah, come on, dude. 3 minutes? No court case ends in 3 minutes, unless you're like, unless you confess the murder right then and there. Alright, let's keep pressing. Okay, so, wait, hold on. It's not giving me the... Hold on. Wait, what is this, case called? Turnabout Goodbyes. The boatman is the first witness. Okay, here we go. Okay. Let's press him. After midnight, you say? Yep, just around then. Are you sure? Pretty sure, Up? When I talked to you yesterday, you were rather vague about the time. I'm surprised you seem so sure about it today. I asked him and he remembered. Isn't that right? What if Von Karma did it? I don't know. Don't glare at me like that. I remembered it clearly, I did. Yep. You see? Continue. Okay. Is there anyone who can verify that? Well, I guess Polly could. That's not good enough for a court of law. Mr. Wright, exactly what's not good enough? Your Honor, this Polly is a parrot. A parrot? Don't be so hard on the girl, Keithy boy. Keith! The prosecution concedes that we cannot prove the witness was in the shop. Witness, please continue. Okay, I heard a bang. And where did the bang seem to come from? From the lake, I figure. Are you certain? Yep. Good, continue. When I looked out the window, I saw a boat just floating on the lake, okay? Was there someone in the boat? It was pretty far out there, I couldn't see clearly. I figured there was 2 men out there, yep. But you couldn't see them clearly. Yep, at the time that is. At the time? Heard another bang. So you heard 2 gunshots total. Yep. That's what Lotta said in her testimony yesterday. Okay, a man walks by my window. By your window? Yep, by my window. Right outside the window of my little shack. And could you see the man's face? Well, the fog was pretty darn thick, but he was right there in front of me. I saw him. This is a rather important detail. Please add it to your testimony. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I have a bad feeling about this. That man was a defendant. He was saying, I can't believe he's dead. Was it Edgeworth then? Are you sure? Uh-oh. Dad! I forgot he called him Dad because he's like playing along with the whole family thing. Dead certain, Keith. He said, I can't believe he's dead as he was walking by too. Witness, are you sure the person you saw was Miles Edgeworth? It was him, that Edgeworth boy. Okay, just fell over. This sounds like decisive evidence indeed. I see no room for doubt. On karma. He lured me into cross-examining so he could set me up for a fall. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Nick, I don't like the way things are going here. Everyone in the courtroom is glaring at us. I better act quicker, this trial's gonna be over. Raise an objection? Objection! Your Honor, we proved in yesterday's trial that it could not have been Edgeworth who fired that gun. Mr. Wright, are you referring to the fingerprints from Edgeworth's right hand found on the gun? And the photograph showing a man firing with his left hand? Exactly. That is easily explainable. He could have wiped his prints after he fired. You are ignoring the truth of the matter here. Everything in this witness's testimony is true. The judge is lost in thought. What should I do? Another objection? Objection! Your Honor, this witness claims that Edgeworth said I can't believe he's dead, but his word is all we have. If he were telling a lie... Mr. Wright, in a court of law, the evidence tells all. Apparently you have yet to realize even this basic fact. If you say his testimony is a lie, show us proof. Irk. Nick, do we have evidence? It's no good. There's nothing I can do. Are you sure? To be honest, I don't know what to do anymore. Please, can you hear me, sis? Please. We need your help. Nick needs you. Tisk, tisk, tisk. 3 minutes was perhaps too high an expectation. However, 15 minutes isn't bad. This must be a new record. Enough. The witness may lead the stand. He's already left the stand. He fell over freaking... This court seems no reason to further prolong the trial, nor is there any need for more time to decide the case against the defendant. This case is extremely clear. I see no room for misinterpretation of the facts. What? No. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, guilty. No way. The accused was sworn into the court immediately to be held for pending trial at a higher court within a month from today's date. That was it? That is all. This court is adjourned. Dang, really? Wait. Who was that just now? Me? Huh? Wah! Oh, Larry Butts? It's not over yet. Larry's gonna save our ass? What are you doing here? Listen, you gotta listen to me. I was there in the park at the night of the murder. I wasn't sure about it until just yesterday. But today I remembered it. Remembered what? The gunshot. I heard it too. Order. What is the meaning of this? The verdict has been decided. I call for adjournment. One moment, Mr. Von Karma. So you say you heard a gunshot? Yeah, I did, a gunshot, that night. I was sitting here in the audience listening to the testimony. Then I realized something he said was different from what I remember. Anyhow, I can't just sit here and let you call Edgy a murderer. It's just not right. I'll testify. Let me testify. Order, order. Well, this is the first time something has happened like this in my court. I'm not quite sure how to proceed. Judge, you've already given your decision. The trial is over. Nick, this is it. Laura's given us one final chance at this. She's right. If only it wasn't Larry, he could make things even worse. Mr. Edward was just declared guilty, Nick. It doesn't get any worse. You're right. Okay. Your Honor, if there is another witness, it is our duty to hear him speak. Right here, right now. A waste of time. The verdict cannot be overturned. Allow me to speak my opinion. In all court proceedings, it is our duty to prevent an inaccurate verdict. In order to make sure no mistake has been made, every witness should be heard. What is this? I withdraw my previous verdict of guilty. Let's go! Mr. Von Karma, I order you to call this new witness to testify. Now. There you go, Judge. Finally telling him. What? The court will adjourn for a 5-minute recess. After that, we will hear this new witness. Court is adjourned. I was gonna say, there's no way you find him that guilty that quickly. There's gotta be some evidence that we have, right? Phew. That was too close. Sorry to keep you on the edge of your seat like that, Edgeworth. I've seen worse. Yeah, right, Edgeworth. You're sweating bullets. I just wonder what Larry plans to stay in there. Larry was at the lake that night? Yes. He said he went looking for the steel samurai balloon that flew into the lake. Oh, right. And he found the balloon in the air tank that night. Yeah. Hey, Edgeworth. Huh? You say something right? Yeah, a lot of things. You seem out of it. What's wrong? It's nothing. Mr. Edgeworth, there's something I've been meaning to ask you. What's that? Why are your fingerprints on the murder weapon? Oh. When he fell into the lake, I went into a daze. I couldn't understand what had happened. I couldn't think straight. And I saw the pistol lying on the floor of the boat in front of me. I picked it up without thinking. I didn't have a reason, really. So it's gotta be a suicide then, right? Or it's gotta be from somewhere else. I see. Right. Yeah? This might be our chance. Our chance? Von Karma has only ever run perfect trials. Perfect trials? Perfectly prepared witnesses, perfectly complete evidence. That's the secret to his success. This is the first time he's ever had to deal with something unexpected. He also has someone he hasn't even talked to testify before the court. And that someone is Larry. What are you getting at? It's likely this testimony will be full of holes, right? That's right, Nick. No 10-minute trial this time. We'll milk this one for all it's worth. Hey, it was 15 minutes. 15. Everything's on Larry now. But wait, Larry's supposed to, like, help us, though, right? Now we gotta find lies in this testimony? Alright. See how this goes. Court is now back in session. Witness, please testify to the court about everything that you saw on the night of December 24th. Right, leave it to me. Please, Larry, don't mess this one up. I hate to admit it, but you're our last chance. Montgomery didn't even have time to prep his witness. I just hope Edgeworth is right about this being our big break. Alright, here we go. The night of the murder. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. I was looking for something, and I found it. So I quietly slipped the boat back in at the rental shop dock. And just as I was thinking about going home, I heard this bang. I looked out over the lake, but I didn't see a boat. So after I heard that single gunshot, I went home. There were 2 gunshots, though, and... okay. That was an unusually vague testimony, even for this court. In any case, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. What's wrong, Nick? It's Larry. I have no idea what he's going to say if I press him. I'm a little scared. Well, we've come this far. There's no way to go but forward, Nick. I gotta do this to my best friend, of all people. That night I was out in a boat on the lake. Alright, keep pressing him. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? There were so many things wrong and I don't know where to begin. Well, okay, first of all, what time was it? Oh, it was after 11 o'clock when I went out on the boat. By that time, everyone had gone home for the night. So I waited until the coast was clear, so to speak. And why were you out in the boat at such a late hour? I was looking for something and I found it. Steel Samurai. Looking for something? Yeah. Mr. Butts, what was it you were looking for? What Witness was searching for is irrelevant. Most likely he was hunting for this Gordy. That's surprisingly close to the truth in a sense. This is all irrelevant. Let's get it over with. Okay. Around what time was that? Well, let's see. I figure I was out searching for about an hour. I guess it was around 12 o'clock. Yeah. You're not sure? Hey, don't give me that face. I'm not some sort of human sundial, okay? People use watches these days, Larry. Well, I use my phone and other things. I don't even own a watch. Okay. Where did the sound come from? Yeah, well, I wasn't too sure about that. I looked around, you know. Did you look at the lake? Yeah, I looked. You didn't see a boat? Wasn't there a boat on the lake? Order. Well, Mr. Butts? Whoa. Everybody just calm down, okay? I mean, it was real foggy that night. I'm not sure whether there was a boat out there or not. Oh, okay, no problem. This is the most important part of this case. It really is. Okay. There were 2 gunshots, though. You only heard 1 bang, correct? Yeah. Well, Nick? It was a pretty wishy-washy testimony, wasn't it? I guess I should just start working on the contradictions. Sorry, I wish I could be more helpful. I wish I could call my sister. Okay, let's see what we have for evidence that we can present. 12:25 at 12:15 a.m. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. November 24th at 11:50 p.m. Overhead map of Gourd Lake? No. Fired 3 times. Okay. Just after midnight on 12:25. Okay. Okay, that's probably gonna be used for later, not now. I think it's this one. I think it's this. Hold on. After midnight. Yep, got him. Wait a sec, Larry. What? You only heard 1 bang? You're sure? That's what I said. But Miss Lotta Hart testified yesterday that she heard 2 bangs. And the old man just now said the same thing. They both heard 2 gunshots that night. So then why did the pistol thing say there were 3 shots fired? Were you even listening? Were you paying attention at all to what they said? Yo, Nick, please. Huh? You know, something's been bothering me. I'm a witness, see? I'm like a customer here. So you gotta treat me nice and stuff, okay? Mr. Butts. What? You only heard one gunshot? Are you sure? Well, to tell you the truth, I'm not sure. Eh? Not sure? How could you not be sure? Yeah, well, I might have missed the other gunshot. I was, listening to something else. Something else? My radio, dude, with my headphones. What? Where did that come from? Order, and stop that booing. Mr. Butts, you were listening to the radio with your headphones? Yeah, so what? That a crime? I listen to my radio. Everybody listens to the radio. What's the big deal? With headphones, though? I mean, I guess, yeah, people did do that back in the day. Mr. Von Karma, your opinion? Waste of time. I do not accept this witness nor his shoddy testimony. Well, Mr. Wright, should you continue the testimony? He is Larry, to be fair. I'm gonna say that's enough. I think I've heard enough. This is all too embarrassing. In fact, I think we've all heard enough. What are you thinking, Nick? If you stop now, Mr. Edward will be found guilty. You have to turn this trial around now. Your Honor? Please, allow the witness to continue his testimony. Bah, nothing is more pitiful than a warrior doesn't know when he's lost. Very well, Mr. Butts. Please give your testimony. Be sure to include details like your radio. Right, leave it to me. I wouldn't if there were any other way out of this, believe me. I should have known it would, like, make me do it anyway. It's lonely being alone on Christmas Eve. That's why I was listening to an all-request show on the radio, see? I was listening to it real booming loud like. But I'm sure I heard that gunshot. Remember exactly what the DJ was saying when I heard it, too. I don't think he can hear it if he has his headphones turned all the way up. You were listening to your radio at a high volume? Yeah, what's the big problem? Can't a man listen to his radio in peace? Isn't this a free country? This country? I won't say anymore. I truly believe Larry has no idea what the problem here is. Judge, can you believe a word this witness says? What he heard was probably nothing more than a drum beat from the radio. True enough, it is difficult to believe this testimony. Wait, Your Honor. Witness said he remembers exactly what the DJ said when they heard the gunshot. Excuse me? DJ? An announcer, the guy who says things on the radio. Anyway, what this means is when he heard the sound, the music was playing. DJ only talks between songs, so he couldn't have heard the gunshot from the lake. I want to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. Very well, Mr. Wright. Can't believe I'm continuing this charade. That's a good point, though. I mean, well, DJs can talk during the song, but they usually do talk, like, in between tracks playing on the radio, so that makes sense. So you turn on the radio? Right. I just wanted to hear someone's voice, you know? You don't know what it's like out there alone on Christmas Eve. Alone. I do! I shouldn't have said anything. An all-request show? Do you by any chance remember the name of the program you were listening to? This has nothing to do with the case, Your Honor. Objection sustained. Witness has listened to the radio. That is all we need to know. Well, we might have been listening to freaking porn. Who knows? Tell us, Mr. Butts, how loud was your radio set to that night? Real booming loud, like. Real booming loud? Yeah, you know. And you had headphones on? Yep. I wouldn't think you could hear anything going on outside at all. You're sure you heard that gunshot? Can you prove that? No, of course you can't. Nah, I can't prove it, but I remember that moment real clear. I mean, while I was talking about it, it came back real clear to me, you know? Okay, what was he saying? What did she say? Mr. Wright, please cease these pointless questions. What possible good could knowing what a radio DJ said do us? Indeed, Mr. Von Karma has a point. I'll allow the question only if you see some reason why we should care. We should care? We should care, Your Honor. Of course we should. Why? Well, how do you know if we don't ask, Fine, very well. Mr. Butts, please testify to the court. What was the radio announcer saying when you heard the gunshot? She said, hey, it's almost Christmas, I heard the gunshot. Could have been a firework. Maybe. Are you sure? Of course I am. She had this real sexy voice. Maybe Von Karma was right. I'm not sure how that helped us at all. This is the most ludicrous testimony I've ever heard. There is one gleaming ray of hope in there. I've got to press it until we get to the bottom of what happened. Alright, let me see if I can, let me see. It's almost Christmas. Just after midnight on December 25th. Wait, these happened... Wait a minute, hold on. Just after midnight. It wasn't at midnight though, right? I think that's the evidence. It's almost Christmas, but this happened on Christmas, right? Objection! I got him. Dude, I'm getting better at this. Larry, are you absolutely sure what you're saying is correct? Huh? What's with the face? You look scary, dude. If you're trying to scare me, you better know I don't scare that easy. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Your Honor, did you hear what the witness just said? The DJ said, hey, it's almost Christmas when you heard the gunshot. Indeed, and almost Christmas means it wasn't Christmas. Do you realize what this means? When you heard the gunshot, it was still Christmas Eve. That would seem to be the case, yes. But he should have heard that gunshot after midnight. This photograph is irrefutable proof of that fact. Let's see what the time was in the photo taken when the gun triggered Miss Hart's camera. Christmas at 12:15. 2 minutes after midnight on Christmas Day. This is a clear contradiction, Your Honor. Larry, what are you doing? Order, order. What does this mean? The two prior witnesses heard gunshots after midnight. However, this witness says he heard a gunshot before midnight. Judge, the answer is simple. The current witness is plainly mistaken. Just look at him, suspicious. Well, what? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? I mean, he could have heard a firework, I don't know. But, Larry's wrong. Well, I guess it had to have been Larry's mistake. Ha! Very well. Well, wait. I come up here, I give you a riveting testimony, and you laugh it off as some kind of mistake? What about me? How can you call yourself a friend, Nick? How? Get used to disappointment. I'm just doing my job, man. You're telling lies and you want me to, like, defend you? Well, Mr. Wright, what do you think about Mr. Butts' claim he heard the gunshot before midnight? Oh. So he's right then? Larry's not mistaken, Your Honor. He heard that gunshot before midnight. Intriguing. I'm assuming you have evidence for this wild claim? Show me evidence there was a gunshot before midnight. Huh. Okay, so it's not this. It shows an empty lake. Overhead map of Gourd Lake. Just after midnight. What would the evidence be? There was a gunshot before midnight. Gotta find evidence for that. The 24th or 25th? Maybe? I have a favorite saying I like to share it with the court. Youth and stupidity go hand in hand. If you were to both and allow you to show me this rubbish you call evidence. In other words, I picked the wrong evidence to show him. I can tell you from your face you haven't learned your lesson. Very well, try again. Show us your evidence. Okay, so it's not that. Okay, so before midnight, so it's not... This can't be this. I don't think it could be that, right? Maybe... It wouldn't be pop... I guess I might as well try it. Okay. Oh my jeez, dude. I don't know. What? The camera, maybe? I don't know. What can prove that it happened before midnight? I might as well try this. I don't know. Nope. I'm being dumb. A gunshot before midnight. Okay. Maybe this? Look at this photograph. This was taken by our witness yesterday, Miss Lotta Hart, with her automatic camera. Timestamp on the photo reads... Oh, we heard the camera going off. Maybe? Would that be loud enough, though? Oh? But there's nothing on the lake in this picture. Your Honor, the real issue here is not why nothing is shown in this photograph. It is why this photograph exists at all. What do you mean? Your Honor, this photograph was taken by an automatic camera. That camera was set to go off in response to loud noises. Aha! Correct. There was a loud noise in the lake at 11:50 p.m. That is why this photograph was taken. In other words, when Larry heard that gunshot, it was most definitely still Christmas Eve. Indeed, it would seem that is the case. Then where does that leave us? Miss Hart testified that she heard the gunshots after midnight. Are you claiming she was mistaken? Not at all, Your Honor. It is the fact that the camera also triggered at 15 minutes after midnight. Your Honor, that night there were 2 sets of gunshots with a 25-minute pause. Oh my god, I can't talk. A 25-minute pause between them. So there were 4 gunshots then. Why would this be? Don't be fooled, Judge. That camera was set to respond to loud noises. Yes? There is no proof that the loud noise at 11:50 was a gunshot. Why the witness could have sneezed, triggering the camera. Hey, my nose was clear that night, man. Clear. Well, Mr. Wright, there's no turning back now. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Okay, so court evidence. Okay, now so we gotta be careful because we have a health meter now. Let's see. I heard 2 sounds like the gunshots after midnight. So we need evidence that it was a gunshot that he heard, right? Faces the lake. I mean, is this it? Is that a smirk I see? Or, Your Honor, sorry, I wasn't really sure about the evidence. Oh. I'll ask you again. Can you prove that the loud noise at 11:50 p.m. was indeed a gunshot? Okay. 11:50 p.m. Okay. So it's not this. I mean, there's a pistol, right? Is this it? This is my evidence. The murder weapon? Something about this pistol was bothering me, Your Honor. Both the witnesses who testified yesterday heard 2 gunshots. However, the murder weapon was fired 3 times. When then was the last shot fired? Only now have I realized the truth. That 3rd shot was the shot Larry heard just before midnight. Oh? Were they, like, testing the weapon? That would make sense to the evidence we've seen so far. However, this leaves me wondering exactly what did happen on that night on the lake. Exactly. This is true, there were 2 sets of gunshots separated by 25 minutes. One at 11:50, another at 15 minutes after midnight. Why, I ask you, why? Uh-oh, I better think of something quick. Wait a second. Gunshot separated by 25 minutes. Ah! What's wrong, Nick? I have it. I have it. Huh? Remember the case with the steel samurai? Huh? Yeah, of course I remember. The murderer in this case had the same idea as the murderer in that case. What do you mean? Maya, yes? If we don't figure this out now, we'll never overturn Edgeworth's guilty verdict. I've got a hunch and I'm going to run with it. Right, I mean, is this safe? Safe? We've already gotten a guilty verdict. We have nothing to lose. You just watch and let me know if I say anything that sounds fishy, okay? Right, Nick. Your Honor. Yes, Mr. Wright? The testimony just now has cleared up this entire case. What do you mean, Mr. Wright? Tisk, tisk, tisk. So you finally realized the truth? There could be no other murderer here than Miles Edgeworth himself. Wrong, Von Karma. A man was shot that night, but it wasn't Edgeworth who did the shooting. Listen, rookie. Take a deep breath and consider the facts. At the time of the murder, one boat was on that lake. This was shown by the witness's photograph. The defendant Edgeworth and the victim Robert Hammond were on that boat. There was a gunshot fired on that boat, and Robert Hammond fell into the lake. The distance of the shooting was 1 meter. It couldn't have been suicide. Well? The guilty party has to be the other man on that boat. I admit it is hard to imagine any other possibility. Yes, but this assumes that the victim was shot at 15 minutes after midnight. What do you mean by that, Mr. Wright? We have photographic evidence at the time of the shooting. The timestamp on the photo says 12:15. But Larry heard a gunshot 25 minutes before that. Robert Hammond was killed then, 25 minutes before the shot on the lake. That's the only way that Edgeworth could be innocent. Mr. Wright, are you quite mad? Explain who the two men on the boat are. Oh, crap. Well, here's the thing. We know Edgeworth was on the boat, right? He already said he was. So it can't be the first one. I think it might be Edgeworth and the murderer. Maybe? Of course it was Edgeworth and the murderer. After the murderer killed Robert Hammond at 11:50, he assumed the guise of Mr. Hammond and met Edgeworth. Ooh, I didn't even think about that. What? Are you serious? Yes, Edgeworth won't tell us why he went to the lake that night. However, I have a hunch. That night, Robert Hammond called Edgeworth to the lake. Now, Edgeworth didn't know Robert Hammond's face that well. That's why he didn't suspect anything when the murderer took Robert Hammond's place. I'm not sure what to make of all this. I didn't even think about that. Of course that could be true. He could have killed Hammond before then, like the gunshot before midnight, and then put his outfit on and then met Edgeworth. But then why? How did the murderer die then? Ludicrous. Mr. Wright, tell us the name of the murderer then. Murderer's name? Right, it's... Well, it can't be Lotta, right? Actually, I don't know the murderer's name. You don't know? Bah, again, you waste my time. I don't know because he never told us. The murderer is the caretaker of the boat shop, that old man. At 11:50, he was the one who killed Robert Hammond. The caretaker of the boat shop? Was I right this whole time? And y'all thought I was crazy? Where did he do this? There weren't any boats in the lake then. Why would he have to go all the way out in the lake just to shoot someone? May I suggest that the real scene of this crime was not on a boat? What? Well then, where did the murder take place? Show the judge where the murder really took place. Oh crap. Maybe here? Here, of course, the boat shop where he lives. That way he could meet with the victim without anyone seeing. Do you have proof that the boat shop was the scene of the crime? Recall Larry's testimony if you will. Dude, I love doing this. I'm loving this game so far. I just love, like, having these facts all come together. That night he was out in the lake in a boat searching for something. He finds it and returns the boat. Then, just as he's starting to head for home, he hears a gunshot. He heard a gunshot, Your Honor, even though he was wearing headphones at the time. In other words, the gunshot was very, very close by. And where would that be if he had just returned a boat? The boat shop. Mr. Wright, what happened that night on Gourd Lake? Please tell the court from the beginning. Yes, Your Honor. Nick, are you sure about this? Not really. But I think if I start at the very beginning, and I take it slow, I might just be able to figure this out. Dude, I called it that whole time, did I not? That night, the caretaker of the boat shop called Robert Hammond to his shop. This was around 11:50. That was when the gunshot that Laurie heard was fired. After that, the caretaker put on Robert Hammond's coat. He became Robert Hammond. Then he got in the boat with Edgeworth and went out into the middle of the lake. Then who fired the pistol on the boat, Mr. Wright? Well, it couldn't have been Edgeworth, right? Of course, it was the murderer who shot the pistol. He shot twice, both missed Edgeworth on purpose. Wait a minute. Yes? Why would he shoot twice if he didn't mean to hit anyone? Details. Know this, Mr. Wright. The moment you run out of explanation is the moment you lose. Tell us why the murderer had to fire twice. To create a witness? I believe he shot twice to create a witness, Your Honor. Create a witness? Murderer lifts his pistol and fires one shot. That ensures that anyone who heard the shot would look at the lake. Indeed, Miss Hart did exactly that after hearing the first gunshot. Next, the murderer waits a bit and he fires again. Then, the murderer jumps from the boat himself, leaving the pistol in the boat behind him. Huh, I did not see any of this coming, I'm not gonna lie. I see. Someone looking from the edge of the lake. It would appear that one of the men on the boat had shot the other. Murderer didn't know about the automatic camera, of course. That's why he shot twice to draw attention to the boat. Once you realize that, everything else falls into place. The boat shop caretaker swam back to his shop. They put Mr. Hammond's wet coat back on the body, and threw the body into the lake. This is what happened, Your Honor. These are the events that transpired that night on Gourd Lake. So is the case over then? Bailiff, bring out the witness from before. The boat shop caretaker, quickly. Dude, I literally called that, did I not? In the last part. I'm like, it has to be him, right? Very well. While we are waiting for the caretaker, I'd like to ask the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, a few questions. Mr. Edgeworth, please take the stand. Oh boy. Mr. Edgeworth, you heard what the defense has said? Yes. Well, why did you go to the lake that night? What Wright said was mostly correct. Astonishingly so, actually. Yes. Several days ago, I received a letter. The letter was signed Robert Hammond. He asked me to come to the boat shop by the lake at midnight on Christmas Eve. He said that he has something very important to discuss with me. Something important? I'm sorry, I can't say what it was. Your Honor, sir. Bailiff, we are conducting a trial here. I must ask that you remain quiet. Witness has disappeared. He isn't at the boat shop either. Oh, he's running away. We caught him. What? What should I do? Find him quickly. We cannot allow him to get away. Dude, we got a chase going on? I think he overheard that and he ran like hell. He knows we caught him. Mr. Montgomery, your witness has disappeared. A search warrant has already been issued. It goes without saying that I cannot declare a verdict under these circumstances. I will extend the trial until tomorrow, the final day allowed. I request that the police department utilize all its forces to find that witness. Am I understood? One more thing. Just who is that boat shop caretaker? I think his identity has become very important to this trial. I want him. I want to know who he is. Very well. Court is adjourned. Dude, I think he's this Yanni Yogi dude who was in the elevator. I'm pretty sure it's him. Because it was 15 years ago, right? So he's obviously older now. I'm just curious why he killed why he killed Hammond though. Like, what's his motive? Yay, Nick, you did it. Yeah. Well, at least we got out from under that guilty verdict. What about Larry? That was something else. Even Von Karma didn't know what to do with his testimony. Larry really helped us out. Sure, once I sifted through his unique testimony. Still, he did save us. I just wish our cases weren't so down to the wire all the time. I know what you mean. Sometimes I feel like it's us on trial instead of our clients. Hey, Edgeworth. Mr. Edgeworth? Did you say something? Don't look so pained. I mean, it looks like you're probably going to get off the hook. You could try to smile just a little. Relax. I'm sorry, but I fear it's not over for me yet. What do you mean? Right. There's something that's been troubling me for a long time now. And I don't know whether or not to tell you. Edgeworth? No, there's so little time left. I want to tell you to get it off my chest, but... I can't make up my mind. What is this about, Edgeworth? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. Okay. That came out of nowhere. I thought you weren't supposed to be a bad guy. Well, not anymore, but okay. Alright, we got one more trial, I guess, and then we're done with this. So, this is going on longer than I thought it would be. Or, longer than I thought it would. I mean, I'm enjoying the game, but damn. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? Yeah, what murder did you commit, dude? A memory of murder? Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? I don't believe it, not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently. Did he kill his father? Maybe his dad... Hold on. Maybe his dad and the caretaker, who I assumed was the other guy in the elevator, were working together, and Edward had to shoot his own father. That'd be crazy. He never takes someone's life, never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? What do you think of my performance today? Had him swooning in the aisles, huh, Maya? Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right, Nick? Huh? Me? Well, maybe my heart skipped a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. Come on, I saved Edgeworth in there, dude. You guys should be bound before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. Okay, today's trial. Larry, you really helped out in the trial today. You did. If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edward would have been found guilty. But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker guy is pretty suspicious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Hey, I'm just a guy sitting in the audience, you know. From where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. I mean, can you really know he's telling the truth about that night? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is, I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two? Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? Yeah, you, Larry. Not me? But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Enough with the silent treatment. Edgeworth. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to become a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. They saved me. Miles and Larry. They saved me and I'll never forget it. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry. What's he talking about? Huh? Sorry, I kind of forgot. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm going to hear the story today and that's final. Okay. It's kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A class trial? Huh. You remember, Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade? A kid in our class got his lunch money stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch from home. Huh, I see. Anyway, this kid's envelope disappeared with $38 still inside. Oh, yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you'd forget, though. You were out of school that day. Anyway, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. I was the only one not in class. So, they thought you did it? Yeah, the kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? So the next day we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty, he did it. Get the money back, you're such a meanie. No one play with them. Admit you did it, you can't hide the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not gonna play with you anymore. Yeah, no bar on my eraser. You shouldn't be allowed in the relay race or on the library committee. Give me back the 50 cents I loaned you. Hey, did you rob the bank? Now, Phoenix, you know you shouldn't steal people's money. It's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad, I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. Objection? You shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in a trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed, amateurs. Miles? Oh, Edgeworth. Oh, look at little baby Miles. It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No? Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That is why, Your Honor, this boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that was stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Oh, there's Larry. This is always how it is. Everybody ganging up and picking on one person. Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. Or just find the kid who did it? That's how it happened. After that, the 3 of us were the best of friends. Wow, I had no idea. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. Did a good thing, Larry. Yeah, well, I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took it kind of personally, see? When something smells, it's usually the... Oh my god, stop saying that line, dude. Alright, after the trial. Anyway, Edgeworth and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard that his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm going to become a defense attorney just like my father. A famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The Deal 6 incident. Right, I'm not sure, but the transfer probably has to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edgeworth's name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like, Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Demon Attorney? Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought too. I tried to get in touch with him I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I mean, he was kind of traumatized because of his dad's death. I mean, that would probably affect anybody, right? I couldn't just drop it though. I wanted to meet him, to learn why he'd become who he became. That's when I decided. Wait, you don't mean... That's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? Well, as a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not. In court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So, is that why you helped me out for free? Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying I'd do it for free. Yeah, we need that money, money, money. Aw, Nick. We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right, it very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop caretaker. We need to find out who or what he is. I'd settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Alright, well, let's see what we can do. I guess, Gourd Lake? Gumshoe! Hey, pal, long time no see. Oh, Gumshoe. Close one today, eh? I got so worked up I snapped my tie in half. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. My duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. Gumshoe sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. Eek! No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. He got pretty mad. No one can go in for a while. I guess Lotto's in a lot of trouble. Anyway, I'll be seeing you tomorrow. Alright, well, we're gonna go in there anyway, because, you know, we kind of have to. Well, not the woods, but the boat shop, if we can. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed, too. I guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up for work. Well, let's go to the boat shop. Where is that son of a bitch? The old caretaker got away. Yep. I never imagined he might be the real murderer. Ahem. I know that the corner throw it anywhere. Aha, hello. What might you be doing here? Grossberg. Out for a walk, hmm? Ah, the days of my youth, like the scent of fresh lemon, you see. Mr. Grossberg. There's no time for idle reminiscing. Mr. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trial, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, I'm not so sure about that. Ho-ho, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. Maybe I'm able to offer you some assistance. Thanks, bye. What do you think Mr. Grossberg was doing here anyway? Who knows? I guess we're gonna find out. Can we go in the shop? Caretaker must have run for the hills, huh? It looks like it. He didn't seem like a bad person. Well, they all don't, right? That's how it works. Caretaker shack. Hey, Polly, are you in this too? Nobody's home. Hello, hello. Hey, it's Polly. Wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, hello. I can't believe he'd run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, hello. Let's see. Let's talk to Polly. Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyway. Maybe Polly did the murder. I'm sure they'll do something. Well, okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, and now the bird's gonna hate me. Alright, let's see if we can find the evidence. We got a fan, we got a newspaper, we got a table, trash can. Ah! What's wrong? Huh? Oh, never mind. What? Tell me. Just when I saw the TV, I remembered. They're showing a Pink Princess special this week. Wow, really? Thanks. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 1228. Let's open it, Nick. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. But there might be evidence. Aw, but hey, it keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in there. Not so sure. Okay, Nick, let's see what's in there. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Mr. Edgeworth's name be on here? How should I know? I'm going to read the whole thing. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Also says this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hammond and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out to the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here, in perfect detail. Dude... Well, okay, so wait. He's the murderer, for sure. But who sent the letter? Or who wrote it? What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammond and called out Edgeworth, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Look, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Dang, dude, this is gonna help out our case a lot. Alright, yeah, we're done here. That's all we need. Dang, man. That's crazy. Alright, should we go tell, whatchamacallit? Gumshoe what we found? Looks like, Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Gumshoe won't be coming back today. Oh, really? He said that there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. He shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Alright, so it's probably not there. Can we go back here? 1 day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. One time to waste. Let's get going. What to do? What do you think we should do now, Maya? You would know best, Nick. Just do what you do. That should work. Great, thanks for the tip. Well, have any good ideas? This is all tied to that DL6 incident. We better find out as much as we can about that murder before tomorrow. Something that happened back then is a hold on Edgeworth and it won't let go. I'm very curious to know how this all ends now. This is actually this might top the last story in my opinion. And I love the Steel Samurai story. Okay, so let's go ahead and move. Let's go to, detention center, I guess? Oh, we gotta show him the letter, don't we? You look as grim as always. Mr. Edward, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade. Lunch money? Oh, right. I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, it probably only really mattered to me anyway. Mr. Edward, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. Ridiculous. Gee, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. You haven't changed a bit, have you, Wright? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah, but I think you've changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. Alright, let's see. Why prosecute? Hey, Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyway? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you want me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Wright, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect was apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, the man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter, any way you look at it. Yet he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. That would be Robert Hammond. On that day, 15 years ago, 3 of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I'd lost all memory of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed that Yogi had been not a sound mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence. Innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. Prosecutor Von Karma? What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He is a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all the cases he has taken on, none were left unsolved, and not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it is impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job to find the suspect guilty, perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he would do everything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right. Now's the time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation in which I find myself, I'll admit. No kidding. Alright, well, let's see what he thinks when we show him this. Because, yep. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge? On me? Who is that old guy anyway? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty or something? Nice, right, but I don't remember that old man, not at all. So he was following this letter then, which means there was someone else behind it. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hammond. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance? Wait, maybe he's talking about the statute of limitations of the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Dude, I'm literally calling everything today. Am I right again? Yogi. The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Bro, I'm literally calling everything. Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. We just happened to be in that elevator together 15 years ago. Then the earthquake happened. Dude, I am like on my game today. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. The air thinned, and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help, get us out. Don't shout, you'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in a hospital bed staring up at the ceiling. And Daddy was gone. In court, Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed the oxygen deprivation and stress had caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court and Yogi was found innocent. Huh, but isn't that strange? This letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah? There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? The crime that you committed. Did he shoot his dad? I'm very curious. I think the time has come to tell all. Oh god, here we go. All's gonna be revealed. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing in the dark. Help, I can't breathe. Alright, let's see, it's the same dialogue. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you? Stop breathing my air. No, Father. He's attacking Father. Then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In the days I picked up the pistol. Get away. Get away from my father. And with that scream, I wake. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has run in my ears for the past 15 years. But that's just a dream, right? Right? That thought is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. What if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Maybe it was I who killed my father. I'm just good. I'm just good at this. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean... It was me. I was a true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there is anything we can do, like it or not. If there is someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick. There is someone else who knows about DL6. Polly, right? Yeah. Sorry, oh, okay. So is that it? Nick, no! That's a photo of his father, don't show him that. You're right, that probably isn't a good time to direct those memories. What is it? Nothing. Huh? Yeah, we probably shouldn't show him this. That's gonna probably scar him for life. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow on December 28th, the statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow? Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Alright, so, I guess Grossberg, maybe? Does he know about it? What if he's the real mastermind? Maybe. Mr. Grossberg. Ah, hello there, what's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding, I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what's happened, It's Mr. Edgeworth, he... I see. So Edgeworth dreamt that he shot his own father? It's only a dream. Only a dream. I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well... Also consider this. Yogi quite strongly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So deep you want to frame him for murder. It leads me to surmise that Mr. Edgeworth's dream was not a dream, it was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. Wait, did he throw it at, the floor and then it, shot up into his heart or something? I don't know if I believe that. I thought, Yogi caught the pistol and then shot, I don't know. No, I don't believe it. Yogi was suspected of murder and his career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. Okay, so we know he's the murderer, but I'm just curious, who sent the letter, because he didn't write that letter. He was given that letter. We know about Edgeworth's father. He was a defense attorney without peer. It sounds trite, but it's true. We may have had one peer now that I think about it. Your mentor, Mia Fey. My sister? Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he has a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried to call attention to his methods. And? He lost, and died in despair, as it were. I see. The spirit medium. When Gregory Edgeworth was killed, the police called him the spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fey. I'm Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right, everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his own son? It's only a possibility, mind you, but a possibility nonetheless. Interesting. Alright, should we go tell Edgeworth this, maybe? Let's see, nope. Maybe go back to criminal affairs? Nope. Or maybe, no, Board Lake? Let's see, public beach. Bar rental shop. Maybe go in the caretaker shack. Huh. Okay. It's not there. Maybe back to the law office? Huh, I don't know where to go now. I assume I gotta show somebody something, right? Let's see if Grossberg... Oh, show him the letter, maybe? That could be it. Let's show him the letter. Oh, so this is the letter? It does seem that Yogi was following this letter, but he killed Hammond. But why kill Robert Hammond? Hammond was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended his clients not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? Never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it's quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon, or you'll understand soon enough. Wait, what is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Manfred von Karma? Maybe? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma? Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma, Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting, I'm sure of it. Okay, I didn't call that as much, but I did say it like maybe once, that it could be Von Karma. I used to see all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told Miss Yogi to kill was... Correct, Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it truly was Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth had accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no! But how could Von Karma know about Mr. Edgeworth's past like that? Even Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yeah, I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and a perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court and Von Karma did win. But he didn't make it through that trial unscarred. Gregory versus Manfred. Oh, here we go. We're getting some lore. What happened in the trial between Edgeworth's dad and Von Karma? Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial. But Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence? It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Oh, his one ding. That's what, this all makes sense now. Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. A vacation? Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he's taken in as many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or, to the mountains? Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. I never have. You have strange ideas about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upset him quite a lot. Odd, if he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 and you can bet on it. What if Mr. Edwards pleads guilty to DL6? I won't let him. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even the accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that. I just believe in Edward's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edward admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care. I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I can go check again. The police files might hold something of interest. Mr. Grossberg, thank you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials. Alright, well I guess, I can go look for them myself. If I want, right? Let's see, Criminal Affairs Department. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking for someone. Sounds like Gumshoe is pounding the pavement for real. We were wondering if we could check out the records room again. Well, now I can't have just anyone wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma is in there now anyway. You can go in as long as he's there. Von Karma? He's gonna burn the evidence, maybe? He just arrived, actually. Von Karma's in the records room. Nick, let's hurry. Oh, alright, here we go. He's trying to destroy the evidence, isn't he? Dusty as always. We were only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't had time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing that he isn't here. Von Karma. Oh, there's an open file here. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. Label says unsolved cases, evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for DL6, it's completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Eek! Von Karma! You. How do you know my name? Huh? Have we met? What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team? Ahem, I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me, needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy was Edgeworth's mentor. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? A romanticist who still can't shed that veneer of amateurism. It's like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me? A grudge against a mere defense attorney? Why? Because you felt to blow to your otherwise perfect trial record? So you did, but what I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wing afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. Tomorrow will be the last day of this trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, you will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework so well, then certainly you must understand. You know that Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. We were right. Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Alright, well. Oh, let's show him the letter. Let's see how he reacts. Before we do that, though, we are halfway through, so a reminder, if you're watching here live on, or not, I keep saying live on YouTube, but if you're on YouTube, you can watch over on Kick, link is down below, so do that if you can, and let us continue. Alright, let's show him this letter. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi? How many years has it been since I've heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it.
You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter.
Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle. What? Nick, what is that thing? A stun gun for self-defense, usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600,000? Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you... Nick, run! He stunned Maya? Maya! Out of my way. Oh, shoot. He got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? But, Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya! The letter, did he take it? Huh? Oh yeah, are you okay? I couldn't stop him. As fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. I'm no good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. Not even now when we need her the most. Wish I hadn't woken up at all. Oh, come on, don't say that. Maya! Grr, there has to be some way I can help her. I better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What is that, a bullet? Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Von Karma was holding this when Maya jumped him. Ooh, okay. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. We don't have the letter anymore, though. How are we gonna win? That letter was like our key to winning. Unless there's like a copy of it, but if he burns that only copy, then I mean we're kind of screwed, aren't we? We have no like decisive evidence. All right, here we go. We're gonna end this part today, I think, with this trial. This might go on for a bit. We'll see. All right, lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today things are going to get settled at last. A lot of things. What's the big idea? Sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today is the last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Edward is looking glum as always. Hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Whoa, yeah, pal. Is that Larry? Oh, it's Gumshoe. What's gotten into that girl? Gumshoe. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I've captured our runaway caretaker. I just brought him in. Took all night, pal. Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after that shock I got on the way in, I feel pretty good. Yogi says he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He doesn't remember, I'm going to, he does remember, and I'm going to prove it. Okay, I am very curious to know how this goes, because, again, he's got that letter, and he probably burned it by now, so we can't even use it. That one letter could have been our key to winning. Alright, defense is ready. Prosecution is ready. Right, very well. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask you that the prosecution submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. Yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I'd like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness into the courtroom. There he is. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you'll remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop in the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? Witness was not running away as he will not testify. I see. Very well, please begin your testimony. Hmm? I do wonder how he even, like, committed murder when he's like this. You know what I mean? I'm really sorry about sleeping yesterday like I did. I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. My testimony yesterday stands as is. Alright, I was gonna present the letter, but we don't have the letter anymore. Damn it. He has to know his name. Yanni Yogi. You're Yanni Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. Oh boy. Okay, let's see if we can find anything. If we had that letter, we could have gotten him with that one statement, but we don't have it anymore, so. I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony and you realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the testimony. He sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do, Von Karma and Yanni Yogi. Then why did you leave? He's just about to say why. Is it so hard for you to just quietly listen when someone is talking? If I sat quietly, Edward would be guilty in 3 minutes. True? What about some food for Polly? Food? Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmand, you see. She only eats these high-quality bird pellets from France. They only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker's shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. Witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I think you do, buddy. You've lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, seems like it. Then how could you know that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory, huh? You know exactly who you are. Witness has testified quite clearly that he has no memory of who he is. If you claim he's lying, then show the court proof. Grr. How am I supposed to prove what is going on in that old codger's head? That's impossible. I'm glad you've come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. Motive. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edward and the victim, Robert Hammond. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing now over and over. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past or lack thereof into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. Witness has said that he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order. Mr. Wright, there is a serious problem with your claim. Or are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Oh, now this is interesting. I'd like to know myself, so who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. Yanni Yogi. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yogi? That name seems familiar. Oh, Yanni Yogi, from the DL6 incident. It figures a judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Mr. Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Doggo agrees. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi? Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. Now, allow me to repeat once more that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I've got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove that how can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay, it's actually quite simple. Your Honor, take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare them to the fingerprints on file for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see, that makes sense. Tisk tisk tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But why? The witness has no fingerprints. Everyone's got fingerprints. What are you talking about? What? No fingerprints? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at the chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yup. What? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints off to hide your past. This is interesting. This is really interesting. But witness has no fingerprints, I guess we will not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk tisk tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No. I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let it end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are we gonna do? I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk tisk tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief, Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to... Your Honor? The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. No way. We're gonna have the parrot take the stand? Take Mr. Von Karma up? On my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I'd like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Bro, what? The parrot's gonna reveal all? Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Need you even ask? This is a farce. I object. Wait a second. You were the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please be my guest. Watch that be Karma's undoing, is that he suggested that comic relief, but it's actually the way we win. Of course, if you go through with this, and nothing comes of it, then I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yep, I'm doing it. Let the parrot take the stand. I'll cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I have ever heard. Von Karma's break every person's testimony, every piece of evidence. Except the parrot. She's my last chance. At least I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. Is this actually happening, dude? We're gonna cross-examine a fucking bird. That's quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name. Witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Ahem, very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please testify for us. Oh my god, this is crazy. Hello. Okay. Certainly the most concise testimony we've had so far. Very well, begin your cross. I can't cross-examine from that. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? I got nothing. Hello. Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? We've forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Alright, don't forget DL6, right? Yeah, okay, here we go. If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove that the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello, hello. That's not what you're supposed to say. Forgot. Something we forgot. Hello, hello. Uh-oh, it's not working, Nick. He won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't she say it? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait, don't tell me Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when we asked if we'd forgotten anything? Witness, you're here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe that you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We just show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yogi. Okay. So, wait. What if we show her, let's see. Still bears scribblistic markings? Nope, nope. Nope, nope. Okay. My bad. I'm trying to think, like, what would help her remember. Misty face photo, pistol bullet, metal detector. No, why'd I do that? That was stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Never mind. Never mind. Alright, hold on. Let me ask ChatGPT for hints. Again, no answers, just hints like what I should look for. Okay, hold on. Where is Polly? Here we go. There's one item that relates directly to DL6 and also ties to Polly. Look carefully at your court record. Okay, DL6 case file? Incident photo. Oh, okay, hold on. Let me see. Is it this? No. Really? I'm doing so... Okay, hold on. Hold on. No. Screw it. Screw it. I can't afford to repeat this case again. No. God damn it. I'm so bad. Alright, Polly's testimony. Who is your owner? Okay, hold on. Press Polly on her first statement. Okay. Alright. Alright, we're gonna press her. What do I say? What's your name? Maybe I should go get her, or maybe that. Get her to say her name. Polly, what's your name? Polly! Mr. Wright, I think we've established that this parrot is named Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course! Yes, it does. Ha, fascinating. You claim that the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking the bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he is Yanni Yogi. All you have to do is to tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is... Let me see. Oh! This could be it. It says Yanni Yogi on it. Wait, what did that say? Hold on. Court bailiff trapped in an elevator with the Edgeworths. Memory loss due to oxygen deprivation. After his arrest, fiancée Polly Jenkins committed suicide. Okay, hold on. That reveals everything. After his arrest, his fiancée Polly Jenkins commits suicide. That's his motive for wanting to kill Edgeworth. Or frame Edgeworth. is because that whole thing made his fiancée kill herself, and now he named his parrot Polly to, like, remember her? Oh, shoot. Okay, well, this is obviously the evidence. DL6 case file. That's quite a large file you have there. Which page is this proof on, then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well. Mr. Wright, please show us the page. Where in this file is the information of this parrot's name? Suspect data? From the suspect data page. This page is all the information about Yanni Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What was his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who had committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is possible. Bah, a mere coincidence, that's all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does this make you my granddaughter's fiancé? He's only 7 years old. Creep. Indeed. Alone, it is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We would need some other corroborating evidence. Where am I gonna find that? Nick, we're getting closer. One more, if we could just get one more piece of evidence. Right, but what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Okay. Wait. But what if I press her on the other question? Let me see. What's the safe number? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? What was the number of the safe in the shack? 1228, 1228. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you aren't claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually it does. Actually it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha, It's a date, isn't it? December 28th. Cause that's when the case ends. The limitation statute. I'm smart. How can the number to the safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? Hold on. December 28th. The DL6 case file. What is this obsession you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something relating to that safe number? Case summary. It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Specifically the date on which the DL6 incident occurred. Date of the incident, December 28th. Well, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 1228. Ah, he used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. That's how important that date was to him. I see, it certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Wow, this is not tangible proof. I set my ATM card's number to 0001 because I'm number 1. Wow, he's so freaking... What is that term? He's I don't know, but... nothing to do with a date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we've reached a conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that's all. True, that is a possibility. However, two coincidences at the same time seems more like a pattern to me. Well, what are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. If only we had that letter, man. Like, if we get that letter at the start, this would be over. Excuse me. Witness. Tell us your name. Wait, this witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I've accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. He is normal now. Nick, he looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. That's actually kind of impressive that he did that for that long. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order, order. Yanni Yogi. So was it you who killed Robert Hammond? And tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death? Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hammond, he said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiancé, my social standing. And this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It was a plan for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who had sent it. I thought this was my chance. After 15 years, this was it. Finally, a chance to have my revenge on Robert Hammond and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a moment. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I'm not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyway, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hammond. Dang. I called so much of that case. Von Karma, where's Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? Oh god, he's gonna... Let me guess, this ends with him getting arrested for killing his dad, doesn't it? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you are cleared of suspicion for this particular case. I'd like to pass judgment on the murder of Mr. Robert Hammond. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. Yay! We're not done yet, though, are we? That is all. This court is adjourned. But wait, aren't we supposed to hear about... Oh. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means... No. It was Edgeworth. Your Honor, I object to your judgment. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammond in revenge. For revenge for what? Nick! Edgeworth is trying to confess. He's gonna say he's guilty. He's gonna tell him he was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He's going to tell him he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Leave it to Edgeworth? I mean, we gotta let him be honest, right? No, I'm sure Edgeworth thought about this one long and hard. This is my place to interfere. Nick, are you sure? There's nothing we can do about it. This is his problem now. For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? But distance of the shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was as clear as day. Murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me, Your Honor. I confess my guilt. I am guilty for DL6, the statute of limitations of which ends today. The culprit is me. Wow. Order, order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant, who declared innocent, is confessing to a different crime. A crime for which the statute of limitations runs out today. I'm not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah. It's obvious. We hold a trial, right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime 15 years ago. Is that like the next episode, or what's going on? I think I'd like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider this the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. This is the last episode. That'd be kind of crazy. If we end with a case that like extends from the previous one. I'm sorry, Wright. I've just wasted all of your effort. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you kill your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy, just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court record once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case for what? Huh? Isn't it obvious? I'm gonna prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. What are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed that he did it in court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth, but I don't believe your nightmare. Well, what? It's just a dream. It's not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belts. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. I mean, there was a gunshot bullet. So, he threw the gun at his dad, which apparently killed him? Or something? But he has a bullet, like, did the gun go off as he threw it? I don't know. Now I'd like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examining. The limitations on DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me, I'd like to run this one by the book. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On Karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I'm a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That'll be the key, if only if I can get it to work. Please, please. Alright, here we go. How are we gonna find the loophole here? I don't even know. That day, I had gone to the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As he went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A little later, there was a single gunshot, then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That's all. How? I got a hard time believing that there's a gunshot happening from him just throwing the gun. You have to trigger it, right? Unless the gun exploded. Until now you thought this memory was a dream? We were stuck in the elevator for 5 hours. The oxygen in the elevator ran out, and I lost my memory of the events. Bah, the same claim Mr. Yogi has made. Very well. Mr. Wright? Alright. Yes, Your Honor. Okay, what are we gonna find here? Okay. One of your father's trials. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I remember things very clearly. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Ooh. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? 15 years ago, I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. Okay. So there were 3 people, including yourself, trapped in the elevator? Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but then as time passed, and no one came to help. What did you do then? I was a 9-year-old boy at that time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... just then something heavy fell on my feet. What was it? A pistol. I assume it was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. He picked it up. What happened next? Threw it at Yogi, okay. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous. But the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw the pistol at Mr. Yogi? I was, in a daze. So a gunshot, then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes, I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they've echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. The scream? It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day? Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence. I don't know what it means. I better find out and quick. ChatGPT, you want to help me out here? Edgeworth wait, what is this testimony called? Hold on. DL6 incident. Let's see. Oh, okay, so we gotta look at the file. Okay. Let's see, let's look at this. Where is it? Okay, check. No clues found on the scene. One bullet found at heart, the murder weapon was fired twice. Oh. That's the contradiction. Yep, that's not true. Here we go. Are you sure you only heard one gunshot? Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and then the scream. Everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor, unfortunately you don't. Look at this file one more time. This plainly contradicts the witness's testimony. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it's on. Which page contradicts Montez's testimony? Victim data. Look at the victim data in this file. It says it quite plainly, the murder weapon was fired twice. Montez only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. The first shot was the accidental firing when the pistol was thrown. So who fired the remaining shot? Was there perhaps another shooter who fired that second shot? Your Honor, as I'm sure you're aware, this incident occurred 15 years ago. The evidence is dated. The pistol did fire twice. However, we do not know when the second shot was fired. It might have been fired the day before the incident. There is no proof that the second shot had anything to do with this incident. What? I see. You do have a point, Mr. Wright. The murder weapon was fired twice, as we have heard. One of those shots was fired by the defendant, a boy at the time. Do you have any proof that the other shot fired had something to do with the case? I mean, we had the photo, right? Your Honor, I think I will be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Mr. Wright, show us your proof. Do you have any evidence that the second firing of the pistol related to the incident? Yep. Let's see. Yep, I'm pretty sure it's this. Look at this photograph. This is a photograph of the scene of the crime 15 years ago. I can see that the victim lying there is Gregory Edgeworth. This proves the murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. This photo proves it. So let me get this straight. This photo proves 2 shots were fired. Where? Your Honor, please get a clue. Show the judge the contradiction in this photo. Okay. Right here? That should be obvious. The contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Gregory Edgeworth was killed by a shot from the pistol, yet there is also a bullet hole in the elevator door. We also note the murder weapon was fired twice. Thus, someone from other than Edgeworth fired that second shot. This incident is like, it's got so many layers to it. Order. Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, 2 shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. Mr. Wright, but who could that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary? That's on page 1. Look what is written there. Not a single clue is found on the scene. If the pistol had indeed been fired 2 times, then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. The second bullet has never been found. But it has, because I have it. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter, the whole truth. There was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet hole in the door. Order, I will have order. Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. The murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet was not found. It is highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk tisk tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. God, how did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? Sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my conjectures are for nothing. No. You said you'd do it, Nick. You said you'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. It's just when I saw the photograph, I thought that 2 shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I'd won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick! Well, it seems that we have finally cleared up this incident. Only 1 bullet was found at the scene of the crime. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I'd like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, though that was not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He's accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's like my first day in court. There are so many things I know I should be saying. My mind's gone blank, I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I got an objection. Objection! Your Honor. I object. Tisk tisk tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object, Oof. Nick? I don't know, his case is perfect. Oh no. Grah. It must exist. The second bullet. Is Mia coming in? What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. Seems waiting is not going to produce any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor. The second bullet. It existed. What? We just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer. The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet, but why? Huh? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. Was there someone pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Murderer had to find it. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Wow, what possible reason could they have had? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene with them is... the bullet would be proof? Or maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof? Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from inside Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the 2 shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought this through? Oh, alright, well, not gonna get help, damn it. God damn it. Son of a bitch. Isn't going so well. Okay, so didn't need it. Why would the murderer have spent the time to look for that stray bullet? Haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murderer, what does that mean? You're thinking too normal. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright? What do you mean? Well, for instance... For instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer? The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have taken it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? So, it was in their body? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So, at the time of the murderer themselves was shot? And they left with the second bullet still inside of them? Thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I get that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people rescued from the elevator, Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi, were both unharmed. So that would mean murderer came from outside, yes. That's what I was thinking too. I was thinking once I saw the bullet hole in the glass, they shot from the outside. Two men fight inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges and the bullet... The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. I can tell you're grasping, yet I can't deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it, deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There was no murderer. I bet if we take off Von Karma's coat, and he shows his right shoulder there, we'll see a bullet hole wound, right? Or a scar or something. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick, huh? I just thought of something really crazy. Crazy? Remember what Mr. Grossberg said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. Must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Unusual event for the man. That was the first and the last vacation he'd taken in many... Did he not take a vacation then? Was he lying? What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of a shock? Or took it because he was injured? I'm literally calling this! Which would mean... It could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well? You have indicated the possibility that the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it now? Should I say it now? Let's say it now. Your Honor, there's a suspect, one lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Barrel, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. But what? Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why this ridiculous uppers for my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a perfect record. Why would you take a long vacation without any reason? Do you claim I took a vacation to heal my injury from the incident? Fascinating. Prove it. I don't need a surgery, no? Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor to operate on me, have him testify. Nick, let's find out who his doctor is. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma, perhaps too well. He's perfect, he wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Grr, nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull the bullet out by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait, what does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere, but where? Still in his arm. Or shoulder. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence to prove that I was shot? Wait a minute. The metal detector. It can detect bullets, right? They're made of metal. Alright, Von Karma, I'll prove it. I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. It's gotta be, right? What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is... It's gotta be, right? Von Karma is perfect. He wouldn't risk surgery, leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is that bullet now? I think it's unlikely to have Von Karma perform surgery on himself. You don't mean... I do. There is a possibility the bullet is still inside Von Karma. Is that even possible? For all these years? Well, there's one way to find out. With this metal detector. Well, Von Karma, I'm gonna run this over you and see what we find. Oh, we got him. I refuse. You refuse? But refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order, order, order. Your Honor, the defense requested to be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for suspension of this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. Oh man, I thought today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, will you submit yourself to testing? Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. There it is. It reacted. Something inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6 incident. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to the DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from DL6? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because you took it out of the records room yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No, I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close, one day away from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you would dig your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. Okay, see, I don't want to risk having to restart this, so I might need to get help here. But I think I might know. I think it's this bullet, right? The DL6 bullet, yep. It even says it right there. Boom. Got it. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely with all the ballistic markings intact. Ballistic markings? If we examine the bullet in his shoulder, it's gonna be the same bullet, right? You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from the gun are marked with the... Yep. I remember that. Oh boy. We have 2 bullets in our possession. One the bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other, Mr. Von Karma, is a bullet buried in your shoulder. We can analyze both bullets. Then if the markings match, we would know that both bullets have been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol. In other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove the bullet from your shoulder. Then we'll compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet. solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? We finally got him. So much for being perfect, right? That scream. I've heard that scream before. Oh, wait, I know. Help, I can't breathe. Quiet, I said quiet, okay. Throws the gun. That was Edgeworth, right? Or not Edgeworth, that was Von Karma screaming. It's that scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. Mr. Von Karma? Yep. Only you would dare defy me. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Your father shamed with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. Jesus Christmas. I'll bury you with my bare hands. Death, death. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I am sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. Never would have thought that Edgeworth would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. Covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like none I had ever known. Me? Penalized? It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court records room. I must have wandered in there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went out into the hall and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. Much to my surprise, a pistol lay at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium and blamed Mr. Yogi. That's why he said that. He didn't actually know it was Von Karma. He didn't see it. He was fooled. It was a perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would come to open that elevator door? Judge. Well, what? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now, end it. Very well. It appears that we have come a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later, Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor? You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, yet again, not guilty. That was a fantastic case. Dang, man. Holy. That is all. This court is adjourned. Oh, what a case. Nick, we did it. Did you see his face? Von Karma looked even paler than usual. Pretending to be all cool, but inside you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we'd had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right, yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, Wright. You're welcome. I think you could have done better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You got a lot to learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Whoop! Amazing, pal. You pulled through just like I thought you would. I'll never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? See, Mr. Edgeworth, you should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ahem. Whoop! I feel foolish. Don't worry, take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lotta! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats. Thank y'all very much. I knew you were innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if no one was there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, let bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick. My life is over. Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Kiance. She's going to live in Paris. Paris, Nick. She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you've come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Looking forward to it. Yo, Nick. That's the suit that questioned me. When he says treat, that's not police talk for prison food, right? Right? I think I'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? An envelope that Larry gave me, it's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not that strange. People give money away to celebrate. The lunch money! $38, yep! Huh? What a weird amount. I mean, it's not a little, but it's not a lot either. $30 exactly? Nick, wasn't that exactly the amount of lunch money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth at school? $38? No. No, Larry, it was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? That doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was bored, so he came into school anyway. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. Never was good at history. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. The whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right, you may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. When something smells, it's usually the butts. That line will never die. I know. Really, Wright. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, this sure is an unexpected turn of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick, it was 15 years ago. Don't you think that statute of limitations has run out of Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Grr. Where does that leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you get worked up too easily, too. Death. Death sentence for both of you. Man, if only I had known I'd become a prosecutor. The same goes for me, only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all, line up, I'll take a photo. Hey, photo time, let's go! And after that, dinner on me. Are we gonna see the photo? Took us out into town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. Oh, we got more? Oh, is it gonna be like the next case? Went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's still only 5 o'clock. Maybe I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Aw, Maya's gonna leave us? Damn. Goodbye. What time is it? God, the first trains for the mountains have already left to the station. I guess I'm too late. Oh, there she is. Hey, Nick, Maya. So you're leaving? Yeah, it's hard being a spirit medium because you can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Sad. Oh. But wait. What? I never could have saved Edward without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we lost everything. That's my sister for you. Gumshoe helped Mr. Grossberg, and even Larry. I'm the one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around in the daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? You dropped the bullet, right?
Take that!
A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6. You were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence when we needed. This was the bullet that put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run the office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Alright, so will she be here for the last case, then? Aw, that's a cute picture. Thanks, Nick. I kind of ship them now. I used to ship him and Mia, but him and Maya actually make a better pair. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice adventurer that I once was. Now a new story begins, with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to rethink that claim. Wait, is this just showing recaps of previous cases? We have one more case, though. What do you mean? Wait a minute. Oh! This is in the DS version only. Because this remakes the GBA version, right? This is the DS... What? Yeah. This is a recap, right? I'm not, like, seeing new stuff. Yeah, this is it. It says here, this episode is not in the original Game Boy Advance version. You'll be investigating the murder with new features that the DS has to offer. So, yeah, we can't play this one then. So yeah, we're done. That's it. Oh shoot. We beat the game. This is it. Honestly, that was a good way to end the game with that amazing case. That was a long case too. Like that's so many layers to it. I don't know how they could top that anyway. Wait, is he? Wait. This might be new footage. Oh well, who cares? Alright, so yeah, we can't play the last case then. It's only in the DS version, which I don't have, so... Alright. Oh, there's the bellboy. So yeah, this is new footage, I guess. I guess if you guys want to read it, you can. I'm not going to read it, though. But yeah, we're done. The last case is DS only, so that's it for Phoenix Wright, the first game. So, cool. So as I said, I was going to play each game back-to-back, like in a little marathon, but I don't think I will now, because these games are longer than I thought they were going to be. So we're going to call it here for the first game. I'll play 2 and 3 down the line sometime. I'm not sure when, but yeah, I guess we're done with the first game. I didn't expect that. I thought we could play the last one, but I guess we can't. All right, that was fun. I really enjoyed that. I'm excited to play more of these types of games. I had a lot of fun with this. I want to play more detective-looking games. Like we'll play the other aceattorney games. We'll play Apollo Justice. MEO's one I want to get into as well. What is it called? Famicom Detective Club. So yeah, stay tuned for that in the future, hopefully. But cool. It's always fun getting to experience a new franchise for the first time. This one was definitely a good one. I really enjoyed Phoenix Wright. That case was good, though. I would say that the cases each got better and better with each chapter. Like, they were all good, but, like, this one's the best, then the Steel Samurai, then the second one, then the first one. So, that was good. And I called a lot of that case, too, as I said. I called a lot of stuff that was going to happen. Him shooting his father, supposedly. Von Karma being the real mastermind. I forgot what else I called, but I called a lot there. So, yeah. Hope y'all enjoyed, by the way. Thank y'all for watching once again. I appreciate it. Hope y'all enjoyed my my first time experience of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. And as I said, the second and third games will be played through sometime in the future. I'm not sure when, but stay tuned. But they're pretty long, so I might need to like space them out a bit. So cool. Well, I guess I'll say it now since we're watching the credits. But the next two playthroughs are already decided. Sorry, I heard something. But yeah, I'll be doing full, complete playthroughs, 100% playthroughs of Donkey Kong Country Returns HD and Tropical Freeze. I have played Returns before. I have not played Tropical Freeze, so very excited for that. I haven't done a 100% playthrough, or I have not done a 100% playthrough since 2023. So gonna be a fun time. Oh, there's the picture. Nice. That's cute. You can see me as Ghost on the left. Amazing. Great game. I really, really enjoyed it. Oh. We're not done yet. I guess they did add this to the remakes. Well, I guess I will see you guys for part 5, or not part 5, part 6 of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney. Damn. I don't know how to end this. That caught me off guard. But okay. I guess they remade the episode to work in this version with no like touch controls or anything. So okay. Guess I'll see you guys in the next part.